Hey guys, it's Jordan from Basement Collectibles, and I thought it'd be a great time to update you and do a basement tour. And just starting off with the CGC slabs on my wall, I normally try to switch out a couple here and there every couple months, especially the ones that I was collecting growing up, especially with the Spawn issue #1, and really big fan of the Batman animated series, the Ultimate Fallout 4, which if you've seen in the previous video, I ended up getting a 9.0 and not realizing, of course, the seam on the back when I first inspected it to send out to CGC. So luckily, the comic book doctor was able to press this for me and I got a 9.8. And a couple of these books as well from Grade Bump Comics. Did the TMNT, which if I had to send it in without pressing, I'm sure it would probably got maybe a 5.0, maybe under. He did a great job with this book. So just showing you guys my collection of CGC comics. Just moving over the what's called the wall of autographs. I'm a big horror fan, as some of you guys maybe know already, but just to show the classics that I enjoy with Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Night of the Living Dead. My wife and I are big Walking Dead fans, which you'll see throughout the basement. Obviously the first zombie girl from The Walking Dead. Big sports fan, so it was nice to see my Toronto Raptors finally win a championship, and it could be maybe their last one, but I'm just happy I got to see it. And just the nostalgia of certain movies growing up with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I was able to put up my basement collectibles 1K subscriber. My kids surprised me with that, so that was a really nice gift. And just going through, I have a Bob Kane autograph, Stanley autograph, sorry for the glare, TMNT, Peter Laird autograph, and just a great photo of Batman and Joker. Just coming across, most of the time that I'll be sitting behind the bar, standing behind the bar doing my videos. Just want to update you guys, we still are looking to do the 2K giveaway, so when we reach 2K, I'll be giving away this Geiger issue #1. And I just wanted to show you guys these lights. So the last video tour of the basement, it was pretty gloomy. There was not much I could really update. These are bucket pot lights, but picked up these guys. I switched them out. It probably took maybe 5 minutes, and it has RGB. It brightens up the basement, and it's nice, and they're Wi-Fi'd. So if I go over here and I want to turn the movie lights off, turn off movie lights. So as before, here is behind the bar. Big fan of the trading cards back in the day. Again, just like to collect certain shot glasses of places we've been around the world. And again, I really enjoy gin. So when people come over, either for a gift, I normally get a bottle of gin. So there's a lot more gin on these shelves. But again, just like to keep certain things with the Walking Dead wine, making Wonka bars. Again, just try to keep this basement nostalgic as much as I can. Coming over to the so-called movie area. I've got a lot of views on this virtual or digital movie poster. A lot of people are asking me to do a tutorial on it, which I still haven't got around to do it, but I'll leave the link with all the information from the website that I was able to use. He has a great document just to go through and break down if you want to have certain movies, certain themes, or if you even want to download your own, which is nice that it creates the bar on the bottom and top. That way the actual image of the poster is not stretched. I'm sure you've seen this video or check it out on the link below, but here's what I say is the fake autograph posters. We do have a few autographs that we actually got at conventions, but about 70% of those autographs are most likely fake. And then of course you can't have one fake autograph poster without the other. So here is my fake Ghostbuster autograph poster. Even though it's showing the certificate of authenticity, I've Googled certain things where they say they can authenticate, I guess, the poster itself and ignore the autographs on it. Just a quick setup of my home theater. Got the 5.1 surround sound system, and I have Dolby Atmos up top, which is nice. You get the odd thunderstorm, firecrackers, anything overhead. So if you're watching, let's say, the new Top Gun movie Maverick, you can hear certain planes and helicopters or whatever you're listening to go by you through those speakers. Big fan of MLB baseball, so still trying to collect stadiums. So every time we head, we're from Canada, so anytime we head to the States, if we're close to a ballpark, I like to add that to our vacation. And coming around here, in the last update, this is where kept the arcade machine and pinball machine. Now we finally were able to get a poker table. Our family are big on games, as you can see here. We've got some games, we have some games up north, so we go back and forth with certain games. I'd really like still to get the games that I grew up with, or even though there's Fireball Island, that's a reproduction of it, but I'd like to see if I could find some older games, even just having Guess Who and certain games like that for the kids. But yeah, I'd like to get some more of my childhood board games. And just to go up here, just more trade paperback books and that, and it's nice. I've been handing them to some of my friends so they have a chance to read certain books, or even at least it's like a 1 to 6 comic in the storyline. I like to hand them out to people if they're interested in reading them. They're welcome to borrow them. And just for the sound system in the basement, I use this Sonos speaker. It's one of their bigger models. It's great because again, you can use, I guess you can almost like a jukebox idea, or at least tell the person to tell a certain song to play, or at least attach a radio station to it. And up above we have the Hot Toys and the Walking Dead statue, which I've shown you guys before in my Hot Toys collection video. But yeah, just 2 favorite 80s movies, Batman and RoboCop. And my family and I are big Disney World fans, Disneyland fans. So this used to be in the playroom. I just painted them black to put up against this wall. So the biggest change in the basement that I like to show you guys is, before you always used to see the toy display, but now in this room, I've moved the toys. They're in boxes right now, but I'm hoping to put them on another shelf somewhere in the basement or somewhere else one day. But this is the biggest update, and here is now the basement arcade. So it's been a while since I've shown you guys any of the arcade machines. Most of you guys know of the Golden Tee machine, which then turns into an NBA Jam. This control panel here, I removed the control panel and I switched it over to either a light gun games, or like I said, NBA Jam, which is 1 to 4 players. And I still have the Mortal Kombat machine in the garage, which that's going to be replacing that, which can just turn on, has the real CRT monitor, and you can play obviously thousands of games with the Pandora box. So picked this up recently, or at least a few months ago, the Cruisin' USA. This is Cruisin' World right now. It's got a bit of a monitor issue. These flashing lines you won't see, it's just because of the camera. But as you know of the Tales from the Crypt, which I still really haven't done a rundown on this machine. I'd like to show you guys later on. Sorry for the glare. Just maybe I'll make a arcade video and just show you the mods that I put into this machine. One of my favorite TV shows back in the day. And then this thing here, this is one of the reasons why I ended up selling that Proton pack. These new Stern machines are very expensive, if some of you may know, but the kids love it. I'm getting my wife involved with this machine now, meaning she's taking more of a liking to it the more she plays, but it's great. There's movie mode, where the factory, it didn't come with movie mode, it was more animated. So better sounds, better call outs in that. Whoever designed this, really appreciate it in terms of sitting there, setting this all up, doing the clips, but great machine, very nostalgic, love Jurassic Park. And I also added these flyers for the wall. So we got Mortal Kombat when Mortal Kombat finally comes down, Tales from the Crypt flyer, and the Jurassic Park flyer, which is the premium model. So to make the deal with my kids, I said, of course, you guys are welcome. Bring all your toys out to the other side. They've got some of their stuff here. I still have the original DC Comics superheroes that I was able to keep on the wall because I had some kind of overflowing in this room. But now to compromise, I'll open this up here. This bookcase becomes a storage area. I was able to keep the extra toys, I guess you can say, on these walls, but as you know, I had a lot more Masters of the Universe Origins. I had them pretty much filled up all on this wall. There was, I think, at the time, I think I had over 35. So I ended up keeping the doubles and keeping the ones that I really wanted. So I ended up selling most of the Masters of the Universe, and pretty much the value that I got back from those Origins was able to pay almost 75% for this Cruis'n USA. So I think that was a really good trade-off. Always wanted a sit-down racing cabinet. So by selling off some of the, or most of them, of the Masters of the Universe, I was able to pick up that Cruis'n USA game. That Cruis'n USA game as well has the PCB board for Cruis'n USA, and I was able to buy the Cruis'n World as well. So I flipped that out, or I flipped them the odd time. And I still have my Ghostbusters wand here. Obviously in the video, like I mentioned before, I ended up selling my Proton pack, but at least that still has a place to stay. And then again, all my kid stuff is just filled up in this storage room, and they've been really good about it. It's amazing how much, how many toys you have, or just how many toys I had in this room. But I'm still working on this. I'd still like to do something on the background. Also, I'll show you certain lights that turn off here. Still working on it. Let me know in the comment section if you have any of these pinball machines or arcade games, and also what type of color would you do. This is going to end up being most likely the game room over time. I'd like to switch out this carpet too to more of like a bowling alley 80s retro style carpet. I don't know if I ever put black lights in it. And one day too, this is going to go in that room. And like I said, big sports fan. But again, let me know in the comment section, guys. Do you have any of these machines, and what do you think of the new update? I know it'd be nice to have the toys in here as well, with the original Ghostbusters and Batman and TMNT and that. It's just the cabinet was taking up a lot of room, and if I was actually going to pick up another pinball machine, this was the deal to obviously give everybody else the poker table so I could line up these games in a row instead of spreading them out. So really appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Again, we do comics, toys, movies, and arcade stuff in here, on this channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.